treat the worst of times just like a test. If only I could go back in time, I'd tell myself that everything will end up alright. Just push yourself, test yourself, figure out what you like, and find your limits, don't be rigid, always work towards a prime. Surround yourself with open minds, people can change your life. A few friends with intent can help you feel alive. Find a passion, take some action, and with a little time, just be patient, make a statement, try to enjoy your life. They'll try to kick you while you're down, they wanna rise up while you drown. They wanna fill your head with doubt, they're silently scared that you'll figure it out. I'll make it look like I'm losing, won't bother hiding my bruises. And when they finally think you're wounded, then it's your chance to be ruthless.
Hi, I'm Dan Metcalf, or most of you know me as Wheelsdan. You normally watch me doing wood turning videos and other crazy things, a bit of metal work, a few challenges along the way sort of thing. But as you've noticed, the intro to this video is a little bit different. But before we get there, I'd like to say a big thank you. I'm now up to 500 subscribers, and I know this isn't wood turning, but I hope you guys stick with me. I'm so grateful and so thankful for all of my subscribers, all you guys watching from around the world, and I'm hoping that this will spread around the world too. I'm going to take on a massive challenge. I've got some great crazy ideas, and it's all in scuba diving, but it's to help out lots of other people. So it's all for charity, and I'll be setting not one, not two, 3 world records now. So I'm going to take you back to the beginning of this. So let's just have a look.
So, right back at the beginning of when I was paralysed. Not of the beginning of me, but when I was paralysed. It was the 22nd of June 2014. I was out on my motorbike with friends and unfortunately crashed. Many people do manage to crash, but yeah, unfortunately it happened. So here's lovely images. Yep, some of these might not be exciting for you guys to see, and they might be a bit worrying and distressing, some of them. I've come to terms with it, and yeah, here we go. So these guys, Magpass Air Ambulance, they're actually one of the people that I want to raise money for and give back to, because without these guys I wouldn't be here today. There wouldn't be a YouTube creator, I wouldn't be a wood turner, or be able to do all of these crazy challenges that I've done throughout my life so far, or the events and things that I do and charity events I do. I owe it all really to these guys. Here's me in hospital. I still have my thumb up, and my motorbike, CBR 600. It doesn't look like a CBR 600 there, but it was, and it was a beautiful bike. But crashes change things, don't they? So, a little bit of a bent front wheel there, look. But yeah, it's just a crash. Put me in a wheelchair, paralysed me from T8 down, so that's just above my belly button down. Got no movement of my legs, no movement of my stomach, core, bit of a jelly belly, but life moves on. I went and did my rehab in Sheffield Hospital, learning to be in a wheelchair and learning to live life in a wheelchair. Now life is being paralysed. And then I became a hand cyclist. So I took up hand cycling. I got relatively good at it in this country. No, not very good in the world, but relatively okay in the UK. I got to a ranking at one point of 5th in the UK. This was at the Mallorca Handbike Tour. Yeah, it's absolutely brilliant. They're fantastic machines to ride and race with people around the world, and I had a really good time meeting Paralympians and Olympians. It's just crazy. And then I took on another challenge, another really tough challenge. I was doing a 600-mile hand cycle challenge for charity, and here comes my second crash. So this was the 28th of June 2018. So only 4 years apart. But this is where a car crashed into me coming up a hill. They managed to hit a lorry after seeing me. They panicked, braked, and went straight on a bend and hit the side of a lorry. Bounced off that lorry and then still hit me. Yeah, it happens. And there isn't really a lot to say. It caused me another injury at C4 in my neck. As you can see, I'm strapped into the bike, so I can't go anywhere. And this headrest right here is in the back of your neck. So yeah, when the dents here across the top of my wheels, that is where the car was originally stopped, and I had marks on my helmet here from where the bumper hit me. As you can see, a nice red light flashing on his bumper. But yeah, I got an injury here, C4 in my neck, and it also knocked out my left shoulder to about 60% of its power. As you can see, it wasn't very pretty. So yeah, but it carries on. I then got to meet some lovely friends of mine, Paul and Helena. These guys are amazing. They were my instructors right from the very beginning, and they're going to be, lifelong friends. So I started doing some scuba diving. Absolutely loved it. Got me in another different place in my head to be underwater. Helped a lot of mental health problems that I started to go through. Yeah, it was really good. So I carried on. Obviously, as you can see here, this is a DFA, so diving for all. Another one of my very good friends sat there in the middle, Tim. I met these guys. These are all instructors. It's Adrian Collier, Sophie Heppenstall, both of these guys will be at this crazy event that I'm doing. And we had a very, very good time. I then wanted to progress a bit further in my diving, so I kept on going, and it takes a lot of work, but I came up to last year. I started to do instructing, so I wanted to do my IFC, which is your Instructor Foundation course, and this is where it took me. I'll pause you guys can pause the video so you can read that if you would like to, if you're inclined. I took the 2-day course, which teaches you all about instructing and teaching people, and had a very good chat and relationship with this lady right here called Marg. And this world record attempts, there's more than one world record, is a lot of it is to do with Marg, so keep an eye out for her. Again, you guys pause it if you'd like to read any of it, and that was my experience, from my words. So I'm now starting to really push my experience, my qualifications, and I'm really, really enjoying diving. I'm an ocean diver, I'm a sports diver, I've done my IFC, so I'm an assistant instructor, and I'm also 3/4 of the way through my last few dives that I need to do to be a dive leader as well. As you can see here, I'm a boat handler, I'm a compressor-operator, and I also done my oxygen administration course as well, all through BZAC diving, which is the British Sub-Aqua Club. So now I need to really push myself. I need a big challenge, and I've come up with something pretty big. So this little dot right here is us, United Kingdom. This is Stony Cove. It's a lovely lake. It was a quarry, and then they obviously finished with it, filled it in with water, and put plenty of stuff in there for us to see as divers. There is loads of stuff in the lake, Stony Cove. A crazy idea that Marg, in the this pub right here, one evening after the IFC, mentioned to me, she said, "Oh Dan, have you ever done a lap?" That's a lap all the way around that of Stony Cove. I'm like, well, no, I'll never be able to do that at 20 metres down, which is as deep as the cove is. I won't have enough gas. She said, no, it's a real big challenge, but you do it at about 6 metres, between 6 and 8 metres, and you go all the way around. It's really, really difficult. What a silly thing to say to me. It's a challenge or it's difficult. Okay, right, now let's make it hard. So what I'm going to do, the world records officially is the fastest 1 mile scuba dive in fresh open water, which this is fresh open water, not salt water, with a swimming band. That's the one that anybody can take on. The swimming band is going to be tied around your legs to stop you from being able to use your legs, because I can't, so it'll be arms only. The second world record attempt, it'll be done at the same time, is again the fastest mile, and that will be done as an MP2, so a muscle paralysis 2. So the fastest 1 mile scuba dive in open freshwater as MP2. This is a disability challenge. Only people at my category can take me on this one. And then the third one is the big one. The third one, I'm not doing 1 lap, I'm not doing 2 laps, I'll be doing 5 laps of Stony Cove. This is going to take me around about 5.5 to 6 hours to do 5 laps of Stony Cove. I'm thinking more like 6 hours to do the 5 laps, maybe even more. So what I wanted to do was the longest distance scuba dived as an MP2. That is the world record title, and that'll be the one that I'll be with the first person to set the world record at that category and at that distance in open fresh water. Obviously this is a huge challenge, absolutely massive. Okay, so just used Google Earth to map out where I'm going to be swimming, scuba diving. That's Stony Cove, and I've mapped it out obviously just off the edge because I'll be diving down at about 7 meters, between 6 and 8. So obviously I'm not going to be right on the very edge of it all the way around. This is on Google Earth using their Google Earth measuring tools, and it comes to 1,093 meters, which if you just go up here and double click that, in kilometers, 1.9 kilometers. Well, I'm going to be saving that.
So yeah, as you can see, it is quite a big challenge. Actually, it's a massive challenge. The 1 mile one is ridiculous because of how fast and hard I'm going to have to swim. And the longest distance one, equally so, ridiculously hard for the amount of time I've got to swim for. And I'm doing it all at the same time. But who am I doing these challenges for? Well, that was helpful, wasn't it? The first charity that I'm doing this for is the Magpass Air Ambulance, and they'll be up on screen now. I'll also put links to their website so you can go and check them out and donate to them individually if you'd like to. And the links to those will be in the description below. The second people is the Scuba Trust. They've been helping people for the past 21 years, disabled people, so blind, deaf, paralysed, limbless, that anybody that's disabled, they've been helping them get into the water and into a new world, that other people don't get to see. We've seen a lot of the land, we haven't seen hardly anything under there. The third person or people will be Stony Cove themselves, because they don't have much of a disability facilities. They have a disabled toilet, which we can get changed in, but there's no drain. So really you can't get changed with wet clothing in there. But the access to the site isn't fantastic. I'll show you that in another video later on. There's steps to go down one side, and then there's a very steep ramp to go down the other side. And there also isn't any access to the changing rooms themselves. So although this is they're a company, not a charity, a portion of my money that I raise I will be giving to them, and hopefully getting access for more disabled divers. All in all, it's for disability diving. I'm trying to raise awareness for disability diving. I'm trying to raise awareness for disability sport. We are out there, we do things, and we do extreme things like diving. And I'm also trying to raise massive awareness for Magpass Air Ambulance and the Scuba Trust, because those guys are fantastic. The Magpass, obviously, from the video why they're important to me and why they're important to a lot of people in the UK. It is UK based, but Without them, I wouldn't be a YouTube creator and I wouldn't be making videos, wood turning videos for you guys to watch. So it is relative for everybody else. So I'm going to take you now to look at my page, my Just Giving page. The links to that will also be in the description. There is a much bigger write-up on why I'm doing this, who I'm doing it for on there, and I'll also, at the end of this video, I don't want to make these too long, but at the end of this video I'm going to put up the guys that are already helping me so far. There will be other videos in tech and in gear and in what dry suit I'll be using, whether I'll be on a BCD or whether I'll be side mounted, whether I'll be on a wing. There's lots of technical stuff to work out and there's lots of companies involved. So this is the reason I'm making this video, to try and get it out there and raise awareness, trying to get that page out there, trying to get sponsorship. And if you can't sponsor me, that is fine. I'm not going to hold it against you. You know, we're all struggling at the moment. The energy prices, the fuel costs, the war that's been going on, wars that are going on. You know, it's all very, very difficult at the moment for everybody. If you can't sponsor me, then please just share it. That doesn't cost anything. Just like my YouTube channel, subscribe, please, put the notification bell on all, and go over to the page, check out the Just Giving page and share that on your social media pages, please. Because the further it goes around the world, the more traction it gains, the more people look at it, the more sponsorship I will get and the more help I will get. So thank you very much, and check out these companies that have helped so far.
I just want to say a massive thanks to everybody that's supporting us so far, everybody that's helping, and the team is huge and ever growing. So if you yourself have any ideas or can support in any way, please get in contact with us. Contact details are in the description below. My email's on there and all my details are on there. Also, this is all for charity, so please go over to the Just Giving page and support us. If you can't sponsor me and you can't give money to it, that is absolutely fine. Just share the page and get it out there so other people can see it and other people can support. Thank you once again to everybody. This is a huge challenge and everyone that's involved with it is doing so much to help me. Look out for the next episode coming soon. Thank you.